Hello. So what's today? Wednesday. I'm not going to class because yesterday in my last class, um, since I'm getting sick, the AC was messing with me a lot. And oh my god, my runny nose was just insane. I was not comfortable with my face mask, and I literally had to get up to the restroom every like 10 minutes so I can blow my nose, or else it would have been a nasty situation. So, today, it's a great day. Yesterday, what I realized about me being with the right person, that if you're with the right person, that right person's not gonna leave you. The right person is not gonna um, make you go through things that is painful or is making you feel less of a person or insecure. And I'm speaking on both ends about me and the father of my son. He made me feel like if I was a bad person, if I was just a bully, and he made me feel just a lack of self confidence all the time. And with me, I made him feel like if I didn't love him because of the intimacy, um, pretty much I just left them right alone in a sense of intimacy. Um, but we had yesterday, my last class, I messaged him like, you know what, it is time to talk to our son, because my son, he was noticing things here and there. And every time he will ask me, I will say either I don't know or he's working. And it was came to a point that I just, you know what, I cannot keep telling him what he wants to hear. So I told his dad we need to talk to him. It got me bothered because like, oh yeah, I'll talk to him and tell him everything and why. And I'm like, no, we'll talk to him and tell him everything and why. He's like, oh, you want to be there? So that I did take it like, really, dude, like you have the audacity to ask, I want to be there. Of course. I told him, yes, of course. How dare do you even ask? Well, yeah, we told my son. Of course, my son in the beginning, he was crying. We tried to explain to him a version that is kid friendly, like something that obviously in this case it's there's never gonna be a good way to put it for somebody at his age not to get sad. Um, but we try to put it and use words that wouldn't harm him, or that wouldn't like harm me and his dad, like um, pretty much talk dirt towards each other, like, oh yeah, it was his fault. No, we just told him, you know what, ever since I realized what I realized, that even though we were together for almost 10 years, we were not for each other. He was hurting me and I was hurting him for many, many years, and we were trying to force something that was that had ended a long time ago. And to be quite frankly, like, now that I accepted that, I can see that we were we were trying to force something. We were just pretty much there because we were used to each other, and because of our son. We didn't want to put him through the pain. That I did love him, that I did not feel, that I did love him, and I did not fall out of love with him. No. However, I can love him because from my end there was too much hurt, there was too much pain that he did, and then from his end there was too much many times of him trying and trying and trying for me to open up in the world of intimacy. So from both ends, whatever it was, we didn't do anything about it, and that's because we were not in it to win it. So I'm not sure if that makes sense. But yeah, after that, he said once, because my son, he started like crying, and we're like, you need to talk, baby. You need to tell us how you feel, what's wrong. And he didn't want to. And then um, that's when his dad was like, do you want to talk to me and have your mom leave? And he's like, no. And he asked, do you want me to leave and talk to your mom? And he said yes. So yeah, his dad left outside to walk the dog. And I'm like, what's wrong, baby? Are you okay? Obviously, he was not okay, but I wanted him to get his feelings, out in the open. And he's like, I'm just sad because dad is moving out, because he is moving out soon. We're not sure when, but he is moving out soon. And I just told my son, okay, that's understandable for you to be sad. It's okay to be sad, but I told him, baby, he's not leaving you. He's just leaving the house because it's not healthy for me and your dad to be living together when we're not boyfriend and girlfriend anymore. Um, you'll still see your dad. And he I don't think he got the concept until I worded it differently. I told him, like, baby, look, Monday through Sunday, there's 7 days out of the week. Once your dad moves out, if you want, you can go to his apartment or his house, wherever he goes to, and you can even spend the first couple of nights at his house, because it's gonna be a brand new place. He's like, oh, really? I can sleep at his house? Like, baby, yeah. There's 7 days out of the week. 1 week, you're gonna be with your dad for 4 days, and then me 3 days, and then next week is gonna be you with your dad 3 days and me 4 days. It is gonna be half and half. There's 30 days out of the month, most of the time, and there's gonna be 15 days that you be with your dad, 50 days with me. But it's not going to be all together. It's going to be spread around. So you won't be like, oh my God, 15 days. And I did tell him, like, and baby, let's pretend that you're on your third day with me, or you're on your third day with your dad. I'm sorry, your second day with your dad, or even third day. And the next day you're still going to be with your dad, or you're still going to be with me, and you just miss me or your dad. You can tell, like, you know what? I miss my mom. Can I go back? Or I miss my dad. Can I go back? Um, and yeah, sorry, he's here. Like, yeah, I miss my mom. And of course, I told him, whatever you want, baby, we'll make it happen. If there's a day that it's your dad's turn, or my turn, and you don't want to be with us that day or those hours, it's fine. Um, it's whatever you want to do, who you want to be with. If you start missing us, like, oh, it's like, yeah, Papa, it's like, you're gonna have half the clothes here and half your clothes with your dad. Like, nothing is gonna change by you spending more time with your dad or spending more time with me. It's still gonna be the same. It's still gonna be half and half. Like, oh, so I will have like two houses. Like, yeah, in a sense, you will have two houses. That's so cool. I'm like, exactly. The only difference, baby, that's gonna be like different and that you're gonna feel it different is just gonna be on the holidays and on your birthdays. That's all, baby. It's like, huh? It's like, yeah, well, on the holidays and your birthdays, we all will be together. Since we're not together anymore, we won't. You will have the day with your dad and have the day with me. Like, oh, well, that makes sense. Like, exactly, Papa. Like, we're trying to be friends so you can be with us the equal amount of time. Like, okay. And I told him, like, and baby, you need to talk about it. Like, whatever you're feeling. One day you might be feeling okay, but the next day you might be feeling really sad, and that's okay if your feelings change from one day to the next, or from 1 hour to an hour. If you don't want to talk to us because whatever reason, I I can always get those doctors for you. I didn't say doctors, I was told there's some people that work, that have jobs, um, that get paid to listen to people. And that is including kids. So if you ever like want to talk to somebody other than me and your dad, just tell me and I will get those people. You will tell them everything you're feeling and they will not like tell you or get you in trouble or judge you. Sorry, they're just people. And I told them like they will not get you in trouble, those people, or judge you or, you know, tell you they will just help you of how you're feeling. That's all they'll do. Like if you think you need it, you can tell me. Like he started thinking, I don't think I need a nap, but maybe in the future, like okay, the future, you know, it can mean literally tomorrow, it can mean next week, it can mean a month. He's like, yeah, like okay. And if by any needs or reason, if you feel like there's somebody that you need to talk to and you're at school, there's people like that at your school too that you can talk to because this is a very sensitive and heavy topic, baby. I'm like, okay. So this morning I did message his teacher, told him what's going on. If she sees that he's acting differently in the sense that it's affecting his education or mentally or, you know, even get depressed, which I hope it doesn't happen. Um, at least she knows what's going on, even if behavior changes, because he's a very sweet boy. I know I'm being such a mom bias right now, but he is. Everybody tells us the same thing. And yeah, he good thing teachers know what's happening. After that, it's just so much happened yesterday. His dad and I, we talked. We finally talked. Given the circumstances that what I noticed literally on Monday, what I came to realize about us, about not being right for each other, we finally were able to talk, sit down, and look at each other. He was not giving me any attitude, any tone, being rude for the first time, and I was not giving him that energy back either. So many things happened. Probably just gonna get to that later because it's gonna be a long video. But the main point is that we told our son. Today in the morning, I told him because his dad told me, you know what do you think? Because I was planning to have them meet on his girlfriend and my son to have them meet each other this weekend. But what do you think? I told him honestly, Brian, I'm not saying this out of spite, out of jealousy, but it's too soon. One, we just told our son that we're splitting up and that you're moving soon. That's something he needs to process, and probably that's going to take a while because it's the first time he has dealt with it. So, like, if you can wait, please do so, because if you introduce him to somebody else already, it's just gonna mess him up. Let him process this first, and then if you think that she's the one to meet Nico, then by all means. But even then, I told him I think it's too early. And he's like, well, she is gonna meet him. No, I understand that she's gonna meet him sooner or later. Yeah, fine, but I just don't want it to be that within. Because I told him, let's just say you guys been going out for a month. Let the honeymoon stage pass first, and then determine if you still want her to meet him. Because when I was younger, my mom, she introduced us to like guys after guys after guys, and they were not great guys, they were not good guys, they were pretty much, you know, anyways, that's another story. And I don't want that. I do not want that for my son. And I told him, like, you know me because of what I went through. The moment Nico meets a boyfriend of mine is because we've been dating for a while. And a while, I mean like 3 months or so or more. 3 months. Knowing me, it's gonna be a while. I don't even think a guy will want to be with me because of that. Gonna be like, what? It's been 6 months. It's been a year. I haven't met your son. But anyways, like, I'm very protective when it comes to that. Very protective when it comes thinking about a guy meeting my son. No. If whenever that happens, trust and believe it's because that guy is special enough to meet my son. My son, he means the world, and I'll make damn sure he is worthy to meet my son. If there's a guy that, like, you know what, no, I cannot deal with it, okay, fine. You don't have to deal with it. Bye. Um, so I don't want his dad ruining that by him still being in the honeymoon stage. And then after the honeymoon stage, once, by him being in the honeymoon stage and having me, and once after the honeymoon stage, like, it just doesn't work out. Maybe it does, but let's just say it doesn't work out. Obviously, they're gonna break up. But I just told him, that's my opinion. But you do what's best for you. He's like, no, I feel like she's the one to meet Nico because I haven't felt um that she has, like, made me decide who I need to hang out with, her or Nico. She's always like, oh, you should do this with Nico, you should do that with Nico, you should do this, you should take him here, you should take him there. It's never, oh, we should go, we should go, we should go. She includes Nico in everything and anything. And I'm like, okay, well, that is a good sign. Like, yeah, so I am confident that one day she is gonna meet him. Like, okay, that's fine. All I'm asking is the day that she meets him is because you're very serious, and it's because she you're gonna be with her. It's not gonna be just a fling. Like, no, I learned my first lesson. I'm like, okay, perfect. And I did tell him, like, and you know what? You might not like this, but if it's her or somebody else, I want to meet this person. I want to know who my son is hanging out with. I want to know what kind of person she is. I want it because we are going to be a team. We're going to be a team to help out Nico whenever he has problems. Whenever we're going to be there to celebrate with Nico whenever he accomplishes milestone. So we need to be a team. Like, no, yeah, I'm like, exactly, because I'm pretty sure when I have a boyfriend and when he meets Nico, I'm pretty sure you're going to want to meet him before, right? It's like, oh, yeah, like, exactly. So we already came into conclusion that we want to meet our each other's partners once the time comes, because I want my son, and the same for him, in a positive environment, not somebody that is just gonna harm my son more.